fascinated by abandoned buildings, so when they heard about the abandoned mansion on the mountain, they couldn't resist. They decided to take their 6-year-old daughter, Lucy, on a weekend camping trip to the mountain with the intention of exploring the mansion. As they drove deeper into the mountain, the air grew colder and the trees grew thicker. Finally, they arrived at the mansion. It was an imposing structure with broken windows and peeling paint. The front door creaked open as they approached, and they stepped inside. The mansion was musty and dark, and the air was thick with dust. Emily held Lucy's hand tightly as they explored the mansion. They searched for any signs of life, but the mansion was empty. The group of friends split up, each exploring a different room. As they wandered through the mansion, they heard strange noises. Footsteps echoed through the halls, and doors creaked open on their own. Emily and Jack tried to brush it off as their imagination, but Lucy seemed to sense something more. As night fell, the group gathered in the main hall, where a large fireplace crackled and popped. They sat around the fire, telling ghost stories and sipping on their drinks. Lucy grew restless, and she began to complain about the strange noises she had been hearing. Suddenly, they heard a noise upstairs. It was a faint tapping sound coming from one of the bedrooms. Emily and Jack went upstairs to investigate, but they found nothing. As they headed back down, they heard a loud crash. It was coming from the kitchen. They ran towards the sound, but when they entered the kitchen, they found nothing out of the ordinary. It wasn't until later that they realized they were not alone in the mansion. Strange things began to happen. Objects moved on their own, doors opened and closed by themselves, and eerie whispers echoed through the halls. The group of friends soon realized that the mansion was haunted. They were trapped in the house, and they couldn't find a way out. They tried to leave, but the doors and windows were all locked. They were trapped. As the night wore on, the hauntings grew more intense. The ghosts of the mansion seemed to be getting stronger, and the group of friends feared for their lives. Finally, they found a way out. They discovered a secret passage that led out of the mansion and back to their campsite. They ran for their lives, not looking back, and drove off into the night. The group of friends never spoke about their experience at the mansion again. They all knew that they had encountered something truly terrifying, something beyond explanation. The abandoned mansion on the mountain remained a place of fear and darkness, a place that they would never forget. Years later, Emily and Jack returned to the mountain with their daughter Lucy, who was now a grown woman. They wanted to explore the mansion once more, but when they arrived, they found that it had been torn down. All that remained was an empty plot of land, a testament to the terror they had experienced so long ago. Lucy turned to her parents and said, "I remember that night. I remember the ghosts." Emily and Jack smiled, relieved to know that they were not the only ones who had experienced the haunting of the mountain